Hi everyone! In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to work one of my all-time favourite crochet stitches, which is the moss stitch, also known sometimes as the linen stitch. This is a perfect stitch for showing off hand-dyed yarn in particular, as you can see here, and it's really good at blending colours together. It creates a really beautiful effect. All of the yarn that you can see here I've actually used in this sample piece, and you can see just how beautiful they look all blended together. I've worked 2 rows for each colour, so I'm going to show you how to do that in the tutorial, but I will also show you what to do if you just want to use one colour only. So all of this yarn that I've used here is 4-ply sock yarn. I get lots of questions about this. So it's about 85% merino wool, 15% nylon. Most of the colours that you can see here are from Beehive Yarns in the UK. And I've crocheted this piece using a 3.5mm hook. For the purposes of this tutorial, I've actually got some DK cotton yarn here. This is Rico Baby Cotton Soft DK, and I'm going to be using this with a 4mm hook just to make things a little bit clearer for you to see. But you can use any yarn that you like, just remember to adjust your hook size accordingly. Please note that I am based in the UK and therefore I use UK crochet terminology. To make this stitch, you'll need to know how to work a UK double crochet, and that's equivalent to a US single crochet. But don't worry, because I'll pop all of that information down in the description box below, along with all the info on the yarn that I've used and things like that. To get started, we're going to need to create a slip knot. And you can do that however you prefer, and I'm going to pop that on my hook. And we're going to work our starting chain, and that needs to be done in an even number. So you can work any number of chains as long as it's an even number. So for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm going to work just a small chain of 20 just to demonstrate the stitch to you. One thing to remember about, or to bear in mind, sorry, about this stitch is that it does tend to shrink. So you could work a really long starting chain. Once you've worked a few rows of this stitch, you will find that it cinches in somewhat. So I would recommend chaining more than you think you'll need. Okay, so I've chained 20. And I'm going to work my first stitch into the 4th chain from the hook. So if you've seen my other tutorials, you'll know that I prefer to work into the back bump of the chain here. I've got another tutorial that explains that in greater detail, but if you prefer to work into the side of the chain, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to count. So we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we're going to work straight into this chain, and I'm going to work a double crochet. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over and pull through, and yarn over and pull through. And that's created our first stitch. We're going to chain 1. We're going to skip this next chain here, and I'm going to go into the next chain along and work another double crochet. And again, I'm going to chain 1. We're going to skip this next chain, insert our hook into the chain after, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, and again, chain 1. So we're skipping a chain, working a double crochet or a single crochet if you use US terms, and chaining 1. And we're going to do that all the way along. So skip a chain, insert your hook into the next one along, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 to create a double crochet, and chain 1. So again, skip a chain, work our next stitch, and chain 1, skip a chain, work our next stitch, and chain 1. I'm almost at the end now, so I'm going to continue and show you what to do when you reach the end. So I've skipped a chain, worked my next stitch and chained 1. I've got 2 chains left at the end here now, so what I'm going to do is skip that one, work a double crochet, And then because we're at the end, this time I'm not going to chain one, but I'm ready to begin the next row. So for row 2, we're going to chain 2 and turn our work, and it can be a little bit tricky to see sometimes, but effectively what we're going to do now is work into these chain spaces that we created when we skipped a chain working that first row. So I'm going to go into this space here, so you should be able to see it. You might have to give it a little bit of a waggle. Insert my hook, yarn over and pull through, and yarn over and pull through 2, and chain 1. Because we've chained 1, we're going to skip over this next stitch here, and we're not going to work into that. What we're going to do instead is work into that space where we skipped a chain previously. We're going to work our stitch and then chain 1, and we're going to do that all the way along the row. So skip this next stitch here and instead work your next stitch into that space and chain 1 to take you over the top of the next stitch. So I'm going to go ahead now and continue working across the row. So we're going to work a double crochet into each of these spaces and then chain 1 and skip a stitch. Work a double crochet and chain 1 and skip a stitch. Double crochet and chain 1 and skip a stitch, and I'm almost at the end now. I've chained 1 and we're going to skip this last stitch, and what we're going to do is work into this space here that was created when we skipped the chains in the very beginning. And I'm actually going to change colour now, so what I'm going to do is stop before I've completed that stitch. So I've still got 2 loops on the hook, and I'll just pop that down and get my next colour. I'm going to just loop that over my hook and pull it through to complete the stitch and to complete the row. And I'm just going to give all of this a bit of a tug together. There we go, just to make that nice and neat. And that completes our first 2 rows. And it's really simple, because now going forwards we're just going to keep repeating that same row. So I'm going to do a couple more rows with you, and then I'm going to show you what to do if you want to continue using the same colour. So just like before, we're going to chain 2 and turn our work. We're going to skip this first stitch here, and we're going to work into this space. And it's not as easy to see now that we're past the starting chain, row 1, but you just want to be popping your hook into that chain space, grabbing that yarn and pulling it through, grabbing the yarn and pulling through 2. So we've worked into that space and chain 1 and skip this next stitch. And if I bring it a bit closer, you should be able to see that each stitch here looks like a V. If you look there between my thumbs, and that's what we're going to be skipping. So the places where you're going to be popping your hook to work the stitches are these spaces in between the V's, and it does get easier to recognise where to put your hook with more practice. So we're going to work a double crochet into that space and chain 1, skip this double crochet here and go into the next space along, work our double crochet and chain 1, and continue doing that all the way along. I'm going to work my way to the end now, and then I'll show you what to do once you reach the end of the row, and then I'm going to show you what to do if you want to continue in the same colour. So I've just got to the end there. I've got 1 stitch remaining. I'm going to chain 1 to skip over that stitch, and I'm going to insert my hook into this space here at the end. So if I just give that a bit of a tug, it opens it up. Pop your hook through there and work a double crochet, and we're going to chain 2 and turn, ready to begin the next row. So I'm going to work along this row with you, and then at the end I'm going to show you what to do if you just want to continue using the same colour. So again, we're going to skip this very first stitch here and work into the space, and I think that you'll find once you've changed colours, it becomes a lot clearer where those chain spaces are and where you need to insert your hook. So we're going to go into this space here and work a double crochet and then chain 1 to skip the next stitch. And we're going to do that all the way along the row, work a double crochet and chain 1, skip the next stitch and work into the chain space instead. So I've got 1 stitch remaining now. I've just worked my chain stitch there to skip over this final stitch. So the final stitch is here, and we're going to work our final double crochet underneath these chain stitches at the end. So pop your hook through there. Now if I was changing colour, I would yarn over and pull through, but I would stop and leave these 2 loops on my hook before pulling through the next colour, as I demonstrated before. Because we're continuing with the same colour this time, we're just going to complete that stitch, and it's really as simple as that. To begin the next row, you would just chain 2 and turn, skip this stitch, and then begin working into the chain spaces. So it's a really, really easy stitch, but I think it gives such a beautiful result, and I'm sure you'll love it. If you found that tutorial helpful, I would be really grateful if you would like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care everyone. Bye.